Hey everyone, welcome to Horror Talk Live. We're on episode 21. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Friday evening, wherever you're at. Here in North Carolina, it was a little hot today. Got up to 92. It's supposed to be hot tomorrow, then it's supposed to cool down on Sunday and feel a little bit more like fall around here, which I appreciate because we are on the precipice of decorating for Halloween. Is it right?
Yep.
We have everything on our front porch ready to rock and roll. There's actually Halloween lights up inside the house, and decorations are going up. But tomorrow we start outside, and it's time. It's time to start decorating for my favorite time of year. And hey, Brandon, I want to give a shout out to Brandon because he is working tonight, but he is listening while he works. And I hope everything goes smoothly, Brandon. Good luck. Um, 68 and gorgeous there. Oh, that sounds beautiful. It's been in the 50s here at night until tonight. It's going to be warm, and then tomorrow and then Sunday it's supposed to cool back down. More like those temperatures, Brandon. I'm looking forward to that because I like autumn the best. I don't like these super hot temperatures. Now, tonight we are going to talk about a movie I saw upon its initial release back in 2003, and that movie is Rob Zombie's first movie, House of a Thousand Corpses. We'll get into the movie. We'll talk about some trivia. There's a lot of trivia about this film, how it came about, how it got cut down to get an R rating. There's an hour and 45-minute director's cut that we've never seen. We'll get into all of that and much more. I got plenty of trivia for this movie. Troy just watched this for his first time.
Second.
Well, you didn't finish it the first time. So he saw the whole movie for the first time right before we went live here this evening. And so we'll get his thoughts on this bad boy, and we're going to watch The Devil's Rejects soon so we can see the sequel, because I actually think the sequel is better. But I do like this first movie, and we'll get into that. Since the last time we've seen or been together with you folks, we saw a couple movies. First one up was Nobody 2. Troy, what did you think about Nobody 2?
I thought it was really good.
If you haven't seen it yet, it's actually coming to 4K in October, right in the beginning of October. It's coming on 4K.
Pre-order.
Not yet. I will. It was good. If you like the first Nobody, you'll like the second one. It's only 90 minutes long. It gets right to the point. There's no monkeying around. If you just like a good old school style R-rated action movie with these characters that were introduced in the first movie, because you just get more of those characters, more of Hutch, I think you'll like this movie. I really, really enjoyed it. Troy really enjoyed it. My wife Alicia really, really enjoyed it. I would say the only odd thing I would say about it is Sharon Stone's in the movie, and I'm not sure what movie Sharon Stone thought she was in, but it wasn't this movie. She was acting for a different movie, but I still really enjoyed the movie. Other than her performance, I really did enjoy the movie. The other movie we got to see just last Sunday was, we were lucky enough, and I know, Brandon, you and your daughter went to see this for the 50th anniversary. Me and Troy went last Sunday, and I know Dale_A went to see it Monday night with his boys. We went to see Jaws in IMAX. It's still out in the theaters. If you get a chance, I highly recommend it. I loved it. Obviously, I love Jaws. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. One of the few films I would consider a perfect movie in terms of just everything works for me. Plot, characters, everything, directing, everything just hits right. And it was a great experience. Troy, what did you think? That was your second time seeing Jaws, and I know you said you enjoyed it a lot more the second time. Go ahead. You can talk.
Yeah, I think it was just a lot better the second time being able to see it on the big screen. And I was a little older.
Yeah, you're a little bit older. We tried to watch it, 3 years ago? 3 years ago?
4.
4 years ago. Oh my God, time flies. Time flies, man. Um, hey, Kurt. Hey, Mom. Say hi to Nanny.
And then
Hope you're all doing well on a Friday night. I know Rich won't be here tonight. He's at the football game up on Stadium Hill, but he's texting me currently, harassing me. But and Dale's at the Nine Inch Nails concert. He offered me a ticket, but we were live streaming tonight, and I was excited about watching House of a Thousand Corpses and letting Troy see the whole movie, which we'll be getting into shortly. So yeah, we got to see Jaws last Sunday in IMAX. It actually was awesome. The movie looked great. They did a special 4K restoration just for the IMAX release. The movie looks the best it's ever looked, even better than the 4K I own. Sounded great. It was just a great experience seeing it on the big screen. It's my first time ever seeing it on the big screen, and it just played wonderfully. It was great. And it seemed like a new experience to me, even though I've seen the movie probably at least 50 times in my lifetime, maybe even more. It just played like a brand new experience seeing it in IMAX, and it was great. Now, today, the new Conjuring movie came out. I want to see it, but we're kind of busy this weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to get to see it. And we go away next Saturday. We're going to Universal Studios in Orlando. We're doing Halloween Horror Nights, and we're spending a week at the Universal. So I don't know if I'm going to get out to see Conjuring before we go away. Plus, the Long Walk comes out next week. I want to see that. So when I get back from vacation, I'm going to have some catching up to do on my movies. Plus, I got Clown in a Cornfield coming on Blu-ray, which I've never seen. I want to watch that so I can review that bad boy.
Which one?
Clown in a Cornfield.
Oh.
We'll have to watch that together. I heard it's pretty good. But anyway, that's what we've been up to. I hope you all have been having a fun, good time, and I hope you're going to have a great weekend. We're going to spend it busy working on Halloween decorating and going to soccer games. That's going to be our weekend. Much to Troy's chagrin, but he plays soccer and he has 2 games this weekend. I want to see Weapons, Kurt. It's actually going to get a 4K release next month, and it's going to hit HBO Max. So I'm just going to wait for it to hit HBO Max. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. I just didn't have time. And when we went to see Nobody 2, that was kind of like a family movie night. So I have not got to see Weapons yet, but I do plan on watching it as soon as it hits HBO Max. I still have to watch Sinners. And I've been getting shit from everybody about watching Sinners, and I still have not watched that movie. I'll get around to it. I just haven't gotten there yet. Look, I'm trying to. I can make all excuses in the world. I want to watch Sinners. I just haven't gotten there yet. So I will get to it eventually. I don't know if I'll get to it before Halloween because I have a plan for my review schedule for Halloween. So we'll see what happens. I will get to Sinners though. For all you folks that keep messaging me, I will get to it. But I do plan on watching Weapons as soon as I'm able to because I want to review that. We'll get on it. I'll get my ass in gear, Kurt. I promise, because I've been getting messages from a bunch of people about you got to watch Sinners. I'm like, and you got to watch Weapons. I'm like, I will get there. I promise. I just haven't. Sometimes life gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have as much time as we like to have. Free time anyway. And Troy really didn't want to see it. Oh, you haven't seen Sinners yet either, Brandon? Okay, so I'm not the only one left behind here. I know Dale hasn't seen it either yet. Maybe me and him will watch it together the next movie night. Maybe that's what we'll do. I know we want to watch Bram Stoker's Dracula, and maybe we'll watch that. Okay, so there's another person that hasn't seen it yet. See? I'm not the only one. I feel like I'm the only one by the messages I get, but apparently I'm not the only one. We also got, well, I don't know if he's like the first Strangers Chapter 1 movie, but Strangers Chapter 2 comes out later this month, too. And I know Troy's excited about that one.
Yeah.
So we'll be going to see that one as well when that drops. That drops the last Friday of the month, I do believe. And in October, we have a horror movie coming out, but I'm blanking on what that is right now. Shame on me. Shame on me. I did pick up, physical media-wise, I did pick up Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning because Arrow put out that 4K of the remake, the 2003 remake, and the prequel. I only picked up the prequel. The remake was sold out when I went to buy it because they had it on sale. If it goes back on that sale for that price, I'll pick it up. But as of the last time I checked, it was sold out. So I did pick up Texas Chainsaw at the beginning. And I think that's the only thing I really picked up lately. I don't think
You
I
should
picked.
get Texas Chainsaw 3D on physical media.
I do have it on Blu-ray.
Ah.
It's in the closet. This kid, all he wants, he's not paying attention. It's like he knows what I have in there. He can look anytime he wants. It's right there in the shelves.
I'm not going to find it.
You'll find it. It's
I
there.
will
Trust
find
me. But other than that, we have nothing going on. I got to get tickets for, I made Troy a deal. If he does okay on his report card, I would get tickets to go see Mudvayne and Static X in October. So now I have to get tickets for Static X and Mudvayne in October, which I have no problem with, but I had to dangle the carrot in front of Troy so he did better in school. Now he's off the rest of September. He's on track out. In North Carolina, we have year-round school. Troy is officially off the rest of the month. That's why we're going on vacation next week. No more school for him until the beginning of October, and he's happy about that, right? Or are you sad?
Is it Saw? Whatever.
It's Saw X. Saw 11. They put that on hold, though.
I'm trying to figure out which one is coming out in October.
I can't remember what's coming out in October.
Him?
Yeah, him's coming out. I'm not really excited about that one though. There's one coming out in October. I can't remember what it is. If you know what it is, let me know. I'm blanking on it right now. I just saw it earlier today, and I can't remember what it
The
is.
Home?
Huh?
The Home?
No, I don't know what that is. I did see a scene for a movie coming out called Yeti, The Yeti. Uh, Corbin Burnson's in it. William Sadler's in it. I don't know. There wasn't a trailer. It was just like a scene of these people stuck in this cabin, and obviously there's a monster yeti around trying to kill people. I like movies like that if it's well done and the creature effects are pretty cool. So we'll see. I didn't even know this movie was a thing until I saw this scene get released to Bloody Disgusting today. But anyway, it's a website. It's a horror website. So anyway, let's get on to the film. Let me know in the chat if you guys ever saw this movie or if it's been a while. When was the last time you saw it? We're going to talk about 2003's House of a Thousand Corpses. Directed. Oh, Black Phone 2. That's what it is, Kurt. I can't wait to see that. It looks like they turned it more of a slasher film. Or like a Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy, they're turning the grabber into almost like a Freddy character, which I'm down with if that's what the route they're going. I don't know much about the movie. I'm trying to stay away from spoilers anymore because these trailers give out too much. I think there's another horror movie too, but Black Phone 2 is definitely one of them. I can't wait to see that one because I really like the first movie. But anyway, let me know in the comments when last time you saw House of a Thousand Corpses. Are you a fan of this film? Let me know what you give this one out of 10. Troy and I will give you our rating at the end of this stream, as we usually do. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, you haven't seen the first one? You should watch. I think you should check it out, Kurt. I like the first one. I saw it in the theaters. I have it on Blu-ray. Yeah, but today we're going to talk about House of a Thousand Corpses. Let me know if last time you saw this one, if you've ever seen it. This was written and directed and co-scored by Rob Zombie. This is his first movie. This came out April 11th of 2003. It's rated R. It's an hour and 29 minutes long. Had a budget of $4 to $7 million. The only reason I'm giving you a range is some reports say it was 4. Some reports say it was 7. Zombie has said it was 4. I don't know what's true, but upon release, it made $16.8 million, which was enough for Lionsgate to greenlight the sequel right away. And then we got Devil's Rejects in 2005, if I remember that correctly. And I really, really like Devil's Rejects. I think it's actually better than this one. But I do like this one, and we'll get into that. Now, originally, Lionsgate wasn't the studio that was going to release this film. This was a Universal picture. Universal put up the money. Zombie shot most of this movie on the Universal backlot, and we'll get into why it did get released by Universal. This was shot in L.A., a Hollywood Universal, obviously. But in this film, we got a cornucopia of genre staples. We got the great Sid Haig, may he rest in peace, playing Captain Spaulding, probably my favorite character. Bill Moseley plays Otis, which I like Bill Moseley here. And Zombie hired him because he was a big fan of Chop Top, Bill Moseley's character in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Karen Black plays Mother Firefly. She would not come back for Devil's Rejects. We'll get into that whenever we talk about the Devil's Rejects, which we will eventually. Sherry Moon Zombie, Zombie's wife. I don't think they were married at the time yet, but she plays Baby Firefly. Dennis Fimple plays Grandpa. He died right before the movie even got released. He died in 2002. We got Walton Goggins playing a detective with the Sheriff's Department in this film. We got Chris Hardwick playing Jerry, one of our younger characters that runs afoul of the Firefly clan. Rainn Wilson plays Bill, his good friend, who also gets himself in a little bit of trouble. And Tom Towles plays the lieutenant that Walton Goggins is with, and he meets an unforeseen end for him, although if you've watched this movie, you knew it was coming. His big mistake was going into the house, and we'll talk about that, right? He made a big mistake. Trusting Mother Firefly. This movie takes place over October 30th and 31st, Halloween of 1977 in Rugsville, Texas. We start off with being introduced to Captain Spaulding and his gas station and his fried chicken stand. And he gets robbed. I love this opening scene. It's so... I love Goggins too. I love this opening scene. He gets robbed by these two hapless criminals, and he's totally...
Who plays Tiny?
Matthew McCory is his name. The guy who plays Tiny, and he passed away after they filmed The Devil's Rejects. He was really tall in real life, and he had medical issues, and he passed away shortly after they filmed The Devil's Rejects. It's not. That's why he's not in the third film. If you've ever seen the third one, Three from Hell. I love this opening scene. It sets up Captain Spaulding. I love that character. Matter of fact, I bought 2 shirts. I gave one to him with his character on it because he's my favorite character. I just love his introduction. And I love how these robbers come in and he does not give a shit what they're saying to him. He's not threatened. He's actually laughing at them and he's making fun of them with all those comments like, well, I'll tell you what, Ski King, why don't you take your mama home some chicken so I'm going to put my booty up all up in your ass. I just love it. Like, he does not care that he has a gun in his face. It doesn't faze him. It doesn't bother him at all. And then when he shoots him, the one guy in the head, and he sniffs the smoke coming out of the gun, it tells you what kind of character he is. And Sig Haig plays it beautifully. I mean, it's beautiful. And then we're introduced to our young folks, early 20s. They're driving across Texas, checking out these offbeat attractions, which Captain Spaulding has one, and a murder ride. And they see the display for Dr. Satan, which is a local legend. Which most of the killers in the museum or on the ride are real killers, like Ed Gein, Albert Fish. But then you get to Dr. Satan, which obviously Zombie made up for this movie. Troy asked me, "Is that a real?" I'm like, "No, it's just made up for the movie. Zombie made that up." And they want to go check out this tree where this mob hung him. And Captain Spaulding, and I said this to Troy, yeah, we find out later that he's a bad guy, spoiler alert, but he does try to talk them out of not going. Like, he's like, why? You don't want to do that. He tries to talk them out of it, but they push, and he finally writes them a map. So they go off, and they run.
It wasn't that good of a map, but...
No, it really wasn't that good of a map. Like, he was just kind of throwing out directions and writing them down. Like, it was a half-assed map. But I don't really think he wanted them to go. He didn't seem like he wanted them to go. I think he kind of liked these kids. And they pick up Baby, and she's obviously crazy from Jump Street. Cute, but crazy. And they end up having to go back to her house, and that's when shit goes from bad to worse to
bad.
To really, really bad. This movie definitely takes beats. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know, Brandon. I just love this character. I love Captain Spaulding. He's my favorite character. I like Otis. I like the other characters too, especially in the sequel, The Devil's Rejects, where we get more of them. Not that we don't get more of them here, but in the second one, it's more of a. I think this one's more straightforward. This one's more like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where the second one's definitely a road movie. Although there is moments of, horrific shit they do because these aren't good human beings. I mean, we'll talk about Devil's Rejects when we get to it, but I really like Devil's Rejects. It's probably one of my favorite zombie movies, if not my favorite Rob Zombie movie.
Why don't we do that instead of this one if it's your favorite?
You got to do the first one first, bud. Can't just jump to the sequel. What are we here? Bunch of...
I mean, I jumped to nobody too.
Well, because you didn't want to watch the first one. I offered to... I have it, and you didn't want to watch it. So, now you can go back and watch it. Enjoy your Nobody One. So once these kids get to the house, and the one Rainn Wilson's girlfriend just keeps pushing, and finally shit just gets nuts, and they get tortured and cut up. And then the sheriff shows up with Goggins and the one girl's father, and they get killed. The father gets the worst because they skin him. Otis skins him and wears the skin around on Halloween night, which is a pretty gnarly scene. And then we get the shit where they send him down the rabbit hole. I like to think of the last part as like when they send him down to see Dr. Satan, especially the one girl. I like to think that is she's Alice going down the rabbit hole. And then that's when shit just gets really weird. And then we see Dr. Satan finally, and then that big dude chases her, collapses the cave. She gets out. We think she's all right. Captain Spaulding picks her up, but as a stinger, good old Otis is hanging out in the back seat, and we find out Captain Spaulding really is a part of this clan, which in the second one, we find out that he's a member of the family. And that's the end of the movie. She gets taken to Dr. Satan, and we know what's going to happen to her. So nobody makes it out alive in this movie. Nobody gets out alive, which I like a downer ending here and there, and this is certainly one of those. The kids don't get out. I like Chris Hardwick Hardwick and Rainn Wilson here. I think they play well off each other. Um, the girls aren't bad. The one girl's like Chris Hardwick's girlfriend's really, or no, Rainn Wilson's girlfriend's really pushing it. Like even in the house, they're sitting there eating dinner, and she's just pushing it, like pushing these people's buttons. And these people are unstable to begin with. I mean, these kids put themselves in a really shitty situation, right? Like, would you go in that house after seeing it? I mean, I'd walk in the rain before I'd sit down, go in that house, and have dinner with them. But would you?
I mean, depends.
Depends.
It depends who I'm with.
Unless I have my German Shepherd with me and a couple guns, I'm not going in that house.
If I'm with Owen, we're not going in.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. So, this is definitely follows the template of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Only there's no chainsaw. The family's bigger, but these kids meet still a horrific end, and they kind of, I don't know. They don't really hint at cannibalism here, but it wouldn't be a far stretch to think that these people are eating people. I mean, when Otis comes down for the dinner table, he's carrying a jar with a fetus in it, and that's that. I mean, if I saw that, I'd be like, okay, I gotta go. I have a thing down by the thing. I gotta get going. I gotta meet Ray. Ray.
Yeah.
And we do see inserts of Otis doing some horrific stuff to these young cheerleaders, and even Baby messing with one. So these aren't good people. I mean, they're entertaining in a sick way, but they're not good people. And it definitely follows the template of Texas Chainsaw. And Rob Zombie's a huge Texas Chainsaw fan, and he was good friends with Tobe Hooper when he was alive. As a matter of fact, Tobe Hooper liked this movie so much that he hired Sherry Moon Zombie to be in his remake of the Toolbox Murders when he remade that in 2000. What year was that? I have that right now. Hold on. I have the Toolbox Murders on DVD.
On DVD.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't know if it's even available on anything more than that. But 2004 remake of the Toolbox Murders. Have you ever seen that one? I got to review that. I have it. I've been meaning to review that one. It might be on Tubi as well, so there might be a better transfer on Tubi. But I don't even think there's a Blu-ray release for Toolbox Murders. I don't think there is. If there is, it's a foreign release. It's not an American release. But so, Troy, what is your favorite character? I know what you're going to say already, but what was your favorite character out of the Firefly clan? The people that are doing the torturing. Who is your favorite character? You can say who it is. Tiny? Troy really liked Tiny. He just liked the way he looked. He just liked his story. He just liked Tiny. And he is a good character. I mean, he doesn't say anything, obviously. He can't talk. I mean, Mother Firefly sets that up where he can't speak. My favorite is Captain Spaulding. I mean, I like Otis more so in the second one. But Captain Spaulding's my favorite. Definitely, by far. What'd you think of... Oh, the original's on Tubi. I should review the original. I never reviewed that one. So the remake's not on there. Okay. Well, the original's on there. I don't own the original, so I'll review that one. I'll have to watch it and review it.
Don't own the original.
I've never seen the original. At least not that I remember. Did you like the kids that got themselves in trouble? What'd you think of them?
It was their fault.
I like the two guys' interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought they were funny together and they were good, but
Yeah.
obviously they weren't that smart. They were very trusting just to pick up this chick, which I know was the 70s and people picked up hitchhikers. But obviously she's crazy from Jump Street, like I said. But so why you would want to go to her house? I know they didn't have many options. Back then there was no AAA. Nobody had cell phones, so they're in the middle of nowhere.
Someone forgot to put the spare tire in the trunk.
Yeah. Jerry forgot to put the spare tire in the trunk. You're right. Yeah, Brandon, you're right. I remember Bat and Spider did cover the original Toolbox Murders. I just never seen it. I've never seen the movie. I got to watch it. I got it to my slasher playlist because I just never saw it. I saw the remake. I never saw the original. I don't remember. I remember the remake a little bit because Angela Bettis is in that too. Sherry Moon Zombie. I know Tobe Hooper directed it. I'll have to review both of them. It's spooky season. I'll get into those. I'll do them. What the hell? I'll add them. I've been going through some Hammer horror films. I'm going to go do some more. Those reviews will be hitting within the next couple of weeks as well. Although while I'm on vacation, nothing will be uploaded, obviously. Can't wait for vacation. Can't wait. Can't wait. Yeehaw. I like. I mean, this is a very simple story. A bunch of kids getting their stick their noses where they don't belong, and awful shit happens. And zombie, besides the characters, the flair. I mean, this is basically we've seen this before. This is just done in a different way, and it's a very bizarre movie. Rob Zombie's even said, there's weird inserts. Troy even said, "Why is these inserts in here?" I'm like, well, I don't know actually. I actually don't know why the inserts are there. I know some of the inserts were shot after the filming wrapped with Sherry Moon Zombie with the skeleton, a little necrophilia, and Otis torturing the cheerleaders. That was all shot at Rob Zombie's house on a 16 millimeter handheld camera after filming was over. I don't know why he went back and shot those. I can't find anything on those. I never listened to the commentary. Maybe he has said. But yeah, some of those inserts were done after the fact. They weren't a part of the original film.
Is there like special features?
There are special features on
Do
it.
you watch them?
I watched them way back in the day. I haven't lately.
Maybe
So
you should watch them.
maybe we'll have to. Maybe they'll give me the answers I desire. The other thing about this movie, well, let's get into how this movie came about. In '99, Zombie was approached by Universal to create a haunted house. They were bring for Halloween Horror Nights. So he came in and designed a haunted house, and one of the executives at Universal asked him if he had any ideas for a horror movie. And Zombie threw together this pitch for a movie called House of a Thousand Corpses. And they greenlit it pretty much on the spot. So he wrote a script, got the cast together. They filmed this mostly on the Universal Studios backlot.
You can see.
Matter of fact, yeah, when you see the establishing shot, when that girl calls her father, who was in Saving Private Ryan, by the way, the older Ryan, the establishing shot, when the camera's up here, you could see the top of Universal Studios in California. Because if you've never been to one in California, there's a lower section of it and an upper section. You can actually take an escalator down to where the studio tour is, because they shot this in the Firefly house was the house from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and that is on a studio tour, which is on the lower lot. So on that establishing shot, before it lowers the crane lowers the camera, you could see the studio up the rest of the park on the mountain all lit up briefly. And Zombie said it was a pain in the ass to film there because there was tours coming through, the rides, so it wasn't an easy shoot because they were dealing with all this shit. So Universal gave Zombie $4 million. That's why I said 4 to 7, because he got 4 originally, but there's reports that it went up to 7. I don't know. I can't confirm that, so that's why I gave you the range. Zombie shot the movie, and Universal he screened it for the executives at Universal, and they started getting worried that there's no way this movie's getting a rated R, which they were right. Zombie had to go back to the ratings board 10 times to get a rated R. It was originally rated NC-17. So Universal, this was supposed to come out in 2000. Universal shelved the movie because they didn't think they could release it, because studios back then especially weren't going to release an NC-17 movie or an unrated movie. They didn't do that thing back then. Now it's becoming a little more commonplace because thanks to Terrifier, and now we got Silent Night, Deadly Night, the remake, coming out in December, and they're releasing that unrated. And Toxic Avengers out right now. That got released unrated. So it's more commonplace now, but back then they didn't do that kind of stuff. Especially a big company like Universal would never do it. So it sat in a shelf, and Zombie bought the rights himself to the film. He took it to MGM. MGM was going to release it, and Zombie made a comment about, I guess MGM doesn't have any morals because they're willing to release it. And he was joking, obviously, but they didn't take it as a joke. So they gave it back to him and said, yeah, we're not going to release this. And then finally Lionsgate said they released it, and they released it in 2003. And then they did the other 2 movies too. I mean, they greenlit Devil's Rejects right away after this one came out. I got to see this opening weekend. I got to tell this story because it's funny. It's only the first time it ever happened to me. Not the last time it's ever happened to me, but the first time it's ever happened to me. It was me, my buddy Matt, Charlie, I think my buddy Rich, and somebody else. We went to see it opening night. Friday night, Hazleton, Pennsylvania, at the Regal Cinema. We're sitting there during the movie, and if you've seen this movie, you know it's for the first time. It takes you off guard. There's some weird shit. There's weird inserts. Now it's kind of, I don't mind it, but back then, the first time I saw it, I'm like, what the. So anyway, we're sitting there. It's about halfway through the movie, and all of a sudden, the fire alarm goes off, and the lights start flashing. Me and my friends just sat there because we thought it was part of the movie. Because the movie's so weird and some weird shit happens that we just sat there. Finally, an employee came and said we had to get out. Here they had a little bit of a fire in the kitchen, and then we were allowed to go. We went. They let us go back in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We were outside. They let us go back in and restarted the movie. But yeah, it's the first time it's ever happened where the fire alarm went off. And we had to exit the theater. It's not the last time it's ever happened to me. That happened with you and me too. That one
Yeah.
time we had to go leave the theater because of a fire alarm. So yeah, that was my first time seeing this movie in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. The fire alarm went off, and me and my friends sat there like a bunch of idiots waiting to get instructions. We just thought it was part of the movie. Um, yeah, so this movie sat in the shelf for 3 years until finally Lionsgate put it out. But good on Rob Zombie for buying the rights to the movie and having faith in it. He says now that he sees a lot of problems with the movie. It's not his favorite movie of his, but he also recognizes his first movie. So, and it was a rough shoot. I remember Zombie saying that it was a rough shoot. He was having problems with some of the crew and whatnot, but they got it in the can. And the actors were great, he said. And the actors got along really, really well. They all got along really quickly and gelled. They shot this movie in 25 days, so it was a very quick shoot. And then they went back and reshot the ending. The original ending is not the ending you see in the movie. I don't know what that original ending is, but they said Zombie has said the original ending sucked, and he was hoping Universal would give him money to go back and shoot more, and he did. So the ending that happens in the movie is definitely a reshoot. That wasn't what the original ending was supposed to be. Also, Zombie had an hour and 41 to 45 minute long director's cut. That's the cut that got the NC-17. There was more characters, more characterization, more gore, and that got cut. We were supposed to get a director's cut years ago, but it never happened. And supposedly, it was really that cut was shown one time at a film festival somewhere, but it's never got an official release. And I know I read an article with Zombie when they announced they're releasing a 4K for The Devil's Rejects next month. Zombie said he would love to do an unrated cut of House of 1,000 Corpses, but he does not know where the footage is, and nobody knows where it is. So I don't know if we'll ever get that unrated director's cut of House of 1,000. I hope we do. I'd like to see it. I think there's more Dr. Satan in it, but I don't know if we'll ever get it. Zombie doesn't seem to think so, so I don't know if we'll ever get that. Oh, the man on the TV reading the news report about the cheerleaders being kidnapped, that's Bill Moseley, just in a different outfit. And Rob Zombie's in the movie. He makes an appearance when Dr. Wolfenstein is talking about, the horror movies he's going to play on the TV. The guy behind him is Rob Zombie in the movie. So that's about it on trivia. That's a lot of trivia. There's probably more I could have said, but that's a lot of trivia. So, at the end of the day, I like this movie a lot. I've always liked this movie. I don't think it's better than Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects is a better movie. But I think this is a lot. I think there's some fun characters here, especially Captain Spaulding. I do like Tiny as well. But Troy, what was your favorite horror scene in the movie? Be it kill, or what was your favorite moment of the movie? Like
the beginning.
With Captain Spaulding, you liked that. It's actually that's my favorite too. I love that beginning. That beginning 5-7 minutes is great.
They could have made a whole movie just that guy.
I know, they could just sit in that gas station around Captain Spaulding and his buddy just talking about stupid shit. But what was your favorite kill? I guess there's really not a specific kill because they're long drawn out torture kills. They're not quick kills like a Friday the 13th or a Scream movie. So I guess it's kind of an unfair question. What do you think of the ending? How it ended?
I thought it was just kind of just very tame compared to her in the car.
What do you think about the Dr. Satan stuff? I guess I should have asked you that. The underground stuff before she gets out and Captain Spaulding picks her up. What do you think about that?
Weird, but if it...
Well, that stuff kind of comes out of nowhere. Yeah, I like that too, Kurt. I agree. The long pen out shot with Goggins on his knees. Uh, I like that shot. I like that a lot, actually. It works really well because the music of that scene is just not what the scene's about. Like it's totally not, but it kind of works in a way. Um, and then that long pause before Otis pulls the trigger and shoots him. I do like that scene a lot. It's definitely I like that one too. I like the Doctor Satan stuff. I think it was right in the second one. If you've ever seen the Devil's Rejects, I'll just say this quickly. They dropped the Doctor Satan stuff. Doctor Satan's not in the second one at all. If you've ever seen it, you know that. There's a deleted scene on the disc for the second one where there is a scene with Doctor Satan in a hospital because he kills Rosario Dawson, makes an appearance. But I think Zombie was right to cut the Doctor Satan stuff out for the second one, and you'll see why when we watch it. Because the second one has nothing to do with him, really. It's more about Otis, Captain Spaulding, and Baby hitting the road. Um, and I think, well, you'll see. I don't want to give anything away because you haven't seen it yet, but Tiny's in the movie. No doubt. But I think he was right to drop the Dr. Satan stuff. And the Dr. Satan stuff, even in this one, I mean, he doesn't show up. You only see him for, what, a minute on screen, maybe less? And I think that stuff was all added later. I think that was like an add-on. That was some of the reshoots, I think. I'm not quite positive about that, but I don't think... Because originally in Zombie script, Captain Spaulding was Dr. Satan, ended up being Dr. Satan. So the script had changed. I know they said during production the script had changed several times. So I think there was some... I think Zombie was a little indecisive about that, and then he just created a whole other character... instead of having Captain Spaulding be Dr. Satan. Which I think, in retrospect, that was the right call. But the Dr. Satan stuff is almost like an afterthought. Like you get this 5-10 minute sequence underground. Like I said, which to me it almost seems like she went down the rabbit hole Alice in Wonderland style. And only this one's into hell and not Wonderland. And I think Dr. Satan design looks cool. That guy that comes out with the axe looks badass. And I like the set design with all the bodies lining the hallway and the skulls and the archway going into the Dr. Satan lair. That's all great. I love it. It just almost seems like it's a totally different movie than what we just watched. I like it, but it's a mishmash of stuff that doesn't really make sense. Because it definitely just, that 10-minute sequence just is like a different movie.
Doesn't make sense. I mean... They throw a lot of random stuff in this movie.
I mean, I dig it, but it's just I can see why people don't like this movie. I really can. I can see because it's like it takes a left turn in the last 10 minutes. Even though Otis tells Chris Hardwick's character, "I'm gonna let you meet the old bastard," and he puts him in the coffin, which he never really. Well, he does get to meet him because he gets his skin pulled down. Yeah, she's in the first one too, Mom. She's Baby. She's Zombie's wife. Yep, she's in all of his movies.
Oh.
Every movie he's ever made, she's in it.
Even Halloween.
Well, yeah, she played Michael Myers' mom in Halloween. And then she shows up in the second one in the white dress with the horse. That's his wife. Yep, she's in every movie he's ever made. And the only movie she really ever did for anybody else was the Toolbox Murders remake. She only works with her husband. I guess she said she doesn't want to be an actress full time, so she just works with her husband, but she doesn't really do other movies except for that one with Tobe Hooper. And I think she did an episode of a TV show once, but that was it. So at the end of the day, tell me down below, Kurt, what do you think of this one out of 10? Brandon, if you're able to do it, let me know what you think of this one. Mom, you don't remember it. It's been forever since you've seen it. You haven't seen it since I showed it to you. So Troy, what would you rate House of a Thousand Corpses out of 10?
7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10? Not bad. It's not bad. I would give House of a Thousand Corpses a solid 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. I like this movie. It works. I know there's some random shit and some of it doesn't make sense. But I like it. The Captain Spaulding stuff just puts me over every time. And I do like some of the more horrific moments where they're just torturing the shit out of these kids. Yeah, I like the Devil's Rejects better too, Kurt. I would that's actually, I really like that movie a lot. I also love what Zombie carried over here from the Texas Chainsaw movies, though. Is remember in the Texas Chainsaw movie when she's begging for her life at the table, and they're all kind of like laughing at her, and he carries that over here because they beg for their life. Oh, hey, to each their own, Brandon. I know it's not for everybody. Um, he carries that over here where when they're begging for their lives, they're just making fun of them. They don't care. Like they're gonna kill you. We don't. I like that aspect of it. That Zombie carried that over from Texas Chainsaw. Um, but that is it for our House of a Thousand Corpses live stream. But we want to announce our next month. This is Troy's pick. Don't show it yet. Wait till I announce it, then you can show it. I told him, we're doing one next month for the Halloween month. We didn't do one last year, but this year we are going to do a stream on a Friday for the Halloween season. I don't know. I'll release the date after vacation. I'll let you all know. Troy picked this one on his own, and it's definitely a Halloween staple in our house. I watch it every year.
Seen it once.
Troy's seen it one time. So for our Halloween edition of Horror Talk Live, we are going to cover Trick or Treat, the anthology movie, with our buddy Sam. I got this great 4K from Arrow video. Can't wait to rewatch it. I watch it every Halloween season. So yes, for October, we are going to do Trick or Treat. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have seen this one. Brandon, I think you've seen it. Mom, have you ever seen it? Kurt, I think you've seen this one, right? It's a pretty big one, especially for the Halloween season. Trick or Treat. Brandon, do you have the 4K on this one? You've seen this one before, right, Brandon? I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, Troy decided to go big. We're going to do a biggie. One definitely steeped in the Halloween season. I love Sam. Mom, you're going to have to watch this one. You and Dad should watch it. I think you guys would like it. It's an anthology movie, kind of like Creepshow, kind of. They're all wraparound stories. Like, they're all little movies with a wraparound kind of where you'll see characters in each little movie from other ones. And it all takes place on Halloween night. It's really cool. It's really well done. Okay. So that's one we're going to cover next month. It's very appropriate for October. So Troy went big and picked this one. So I can't wait to cover this one. Hopefully we'll get a sequel someday. They promised us, but I don't know. Haven't heard anything about it.
I want a Sam.
I want a Sam too. God damn it! I want a Sam.
I also want a Bob.
I want a Bob too, but they don't make them, son of a bitches. So yeah, we're gonna cover Trick or Treat next month for spooky season. So that's it for this one. I hope you are all doing well out there. Brandon, please don't work so hard. I know you're working hard, buddy. Hopefully you're not on the job too late. And everybody else, I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy, and thank you for joining us on this Friday evening, spending a little bit of your Friday evening with us. We greatly appreciate it, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll be back soon with Trick or Treat, and we can't wait to talk about this one. And if you have a Sam you don't want, you can send it to us. Just DM me. I'll give you our address because we'd like to have one. Spirit Halloween is selling them, but they're a little pricey. Maybe we get one in the offs at the end of the season for 50% off. Then I'd buy one. But yeah, that is it. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. I hope you had a good time, as we always do. And it's nice to hang out with some friends and family and just talk about horror movies. So have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Bye. I think that went pretty well.
Mm-hmm. You handed it to me. I was like, why is it so heavy?